Hi friends, today we are going to begin working on our Pablo Picasso pieces. Our goal is to completely finish this in a matter of 2 weeks. First thing, we need to understand that Pablo Picasso likes to combine different views of objects. We're going to create Pablo Picasso portraits. First, in our sketchbooks, we're going to label the top of our page. Let me make sure that everything is still working the way I need it to. All right, good. So I'm going to take my pen. You guys are going to take your pencil. And at the top of your page, you're going to write Pablo Picasso portraits. And then you're going to write today's date. Today's date, according to my calendar, is November the 11th. And of course, it's still 2016. All right, so first thing, you need to understand that a portrait is a picture of a person looking directly at the front of their face. So you're going to see their eyes, their nose, and their mouth looking forward. You're also going to see their ears and their hair any way you choose. This is a portrait. A profile is a picture of a person's face from the side. From the side of their face, you saw their forehead, their nose, their top lip, bottom lip, and chin. We draw the back of their head, and then we add the neck. Our eye lines up right here where the nose dips all the way in, and it kind of looks like a piece of pie. And you already have your lips there, and your ear lines up between your eye and your nose. You can see your whole ear, and of course, hair any way you choose. A Picasso portrait is going to have the facial features shown from different points of view. So first, I'm going to start off with my head, and I can make my head look any way I want to. And this is my nose. And my mouth. Yeah, I could put it near the top of my head, near the bottom of my head, in the middle of my cheek. I'm going to put it in the middle of my cheek. I'm going to make this person look like they're frowning. I can have one eye looking like a profile view, which looks like a piece of pie. And another eye looking like a portrait view, which is forward facing. And my ear. I've decided I'm going to make it look like a profile view so I can see all of its details. I'm going to draw the neck any way I choose. And some shoulders. I'll make a picture plane for it. And I could have my hair going any way I want to. If you dislike the way your first portrait looks like, your first Picasso portrait looks like, you want to go ahead and draw another one, you can. Rewrite this one as profile. But you can practice 1 or 2 times. Don't practice more than 2 times. After you have made your practice and you've decided how you want it to look, you're going to draw it very large on a larger piece of paper. After that, friends, you're going to begin painting on the opposite side of your paper to practice out tints and shades. You're going to label the top of your paper tint. Well, actually, you're going to tint, hue, and shades. Now, a hue is the main color, the primary color, and secondary color, the most intense version of the color. In your palette, you have hues of red, orange, and yellow, green, blue, and purple. You also have white and black. First, I'm going to paint out my hues. I'm going to paint a little red. Clean my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Paint a little orange. Clean my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Paint a little yellow. Clean my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Paint a little green. Clean my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Paint a little blue. Clean my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And paint a little purple. And clean my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After that, I'm going to begin making tints. A tint is when I take a hue and mix it with white. So I'm going to take my great big circle mixing palette, and I'm going to put a little bit of red on the mixing palette, and take a little bit of white and mix that up together. So now I have a tint of red. As we know, when we mix red and white together, it makes pink. I want to try a lighter tint of red, so I'm going to add a little bit of white to my already mixed tint to make it an even paler tint of red or a paler pink. I'm going to do the same with orange. Take a little orange on my mixing palette, take some white, mix it up together. I think I might have added a little more white than I intended to, so I'm going to put that in the lighter area of my tint. I'm going to add a little more orange this time to make a slightly richer tint of orange. There we go. Do the same for yellow. Once again, tinting a color is when you add white to it. Put a little bit of white on my palette. Mix those up so that it makes a lighter yellow. So there's my tint of yellow. I'm going to take some more white, put it on my palette, mix a little more of that tinted yellow to make it even paler yellow, a more lighter tinted yellow. You can barely see that on my paper. Now I'm moving on to my green. Put down some green and some white. So I have a lighter green now because I've tinted it with white. I'm going to add some more white just already on my mixing palette to make it even paler tint. It's not pale enough. I really do need to add more white. So add some more white. Now it's good and pale, a very pale tint of green. I'm going to take this blue, put some white to the side, and mix that up to make a lighter blue. Now that I've tinted it with white. Now I'm going to add even more white to it. Take some white and add just a little more to the side so it's an even paler tint of blue. Now onto my purple. Take some purple, put it on my palette. Clean my brush, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Add some white to it so that it is now a tinted purple or a lighter purple because I've mixed white with it. Now I'm going to add some more white to make it an even lighter tint and paint it in my sketchbook. Now moving on to shades. A shade is when I add black to a color. When you add black, you want to add very, very little to it. So I'm going to take some of my red and I'm going to get a teeny tiny bit. When I say teeny tiny bit, I mean teeny tiny bit. See that little bit? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of black. Mix it up, because if I add too much black, you won't be able to see it at all. Now this is a darker shade of red. Clean my brush. Add even more black to it. The more black you add, the less identity you see of the color. There's the shades of red. I'm going to make some shades of orange. Put some orange on my palette with a teeny tiny bit. I'm not sure why there's an ad playing in the middle. We're going to skip that and keep listening to our awesome music. Let's keep going. Let's add a little bitty black to make a shade. Now this is a darker shade of orange. Ooh. I'm gonna add a little more black to make an even darker shade of orange. You can barely see the orange in it anymore. I'm gonna do the same with my yellow. Clean my brush, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and wipe it. Let's put down some yellow. Add the tiniest bit of black to it. Add a teeny tiny bit more to make an even darker shade of yellow. I take some green. Now that I clean my brush, add a teeny tiny bit of black to it so it's darker. So now it's just a little darker. We're going to add even more black this time to make it even darker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now working on my blue. And I'm just going to add a teeny tiny bit of black. Tiny bit of black. Mix it up. Starts to get closer to a navy blue. That even looks a little more indigo. Another dot to make this blue look almost like it's black itself. Clean my brush, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, to do our last hue, which is purple. Clean my brush and add just a little bit of white. Not white, excuse me. Clean my brush. I'm not adding white, I'm adding black. Put a dot to make a darker shade of purple, kind of like a plum or an eggplant color. Add one more tiny dot of black. It's an even darker purple. So now that I have all of my tints and shades of my colors, I'm going to use those colors to paint my Picasso painting. That's for our next video.